What's up guys, this is Dave from Metal Epidemic. I'm in Glasgow at the Cat House with Sammy from Employed to Serve.
It's Justine from Employed to Serve. Oh, she's gone again.
Timing, absolutely perfect timing. How's it going?
It's going well, thanks, man.
Nice.
That's alright, coming through.
Come in.
Wait real quick. This way, look, yeah. Justine, everybody. It's going well though, yeah, we're having fun. It's night 2.
Yeah.
We're feeling fresh still.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to be back.
Nice. Good show last night?
Yeah, really good show. Newcastle, like, I was saying to a lot of people at the show last night, it's like, over the years since we've been playing, it's become like, I don't know, like a firm place on like the main city touring map. Like whenever we do like a headline tour, we always do Newcastle. And the shows there are always great, so always a pleasure to be there.
Nice. Well, it's great to finally have you. I've been speaking to you for a while.
Yeah.
To finally meet in person.
Absolutely, been email buddies.
Yeah. I saw you back in, was it February? I saw you with Gojira. Was that February? Yeah. Which was just like insane. That must have been like a band highlight. That like going on tour with Gojira. That must have been crazy.
I mean, yeah, we all in the band grew up listening to that band. Like From Master Sirius for me was like one of those albums, you know, that really just like. You know,
the best ever.
Sparked inspiration in my head, and I mean, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think, or you know, when starting ETS, that you know that was even an option to do. So with that under our belts, it's like anything from now is a Brucey bonus as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And, they're a lovely bunch of guys, and getting to watch Gojira every night was just perfect.
That's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah, so sick.
I'd said at the time, like after that show, I was like, we need an Employed to Serve headline tour. It has to happen now.
Absolutely. Well, we had to wait just because of COVID, so it was we had to wait until the time was right, because obviously the Gojira tour kept getting like pushed back and back, so but we were happy to wait. You may leave, Justine. But here we are. You know, even though it's like a couple of years since the album. Where's a couple of years? Shit, it is since the album came out. But here we are, and ready to fucking throw down in the Cat House again.
Nice. And not only that, you brought Pupil Slicer and Going Off on tour with you, which is like killer bill. Like that is
we're so stoked. We know the guys like before the tour as well, so like. Yeah, which is always nice going into a tour, like being like pally with people, and like I've known Kate for years, so it's just like all kind of getting to know each other. It's just like from the get go, it's just everyone's mates and fucking killer bands. So once again, you know, it's like get to watch awesome bands play every night. So
and do you take a kind of big involvement in that, like the bands that you'll be taking out in tours?
Absolutely, I mean, I don't think we've maybe had like 1 or 2 suggestions from people, but I think 99% of the time it is literally just like, who do we want to tour with? You know? And we always try and think like, who can we take that's a little bit different from us, but kind of still work together, you know what I mean? Because we're like big advocates for having like kind of a mix, but no one wants to see like 3 bands that all sound the same doing the same thing. It's boring. You know, you kind of build a tour the way you'd want to go see a show, you know, and what kind of like variety you'd want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have like do you still, like obviously Gojira is a huge band, but do you have like a bucket list band that you'd love to go on tour with? Like,
I'm trying to think. I mean, I suppose like the really obvious one for a lot of people in bands similar to ours is like, I guess, you know, Slipknot would be wicked. But there's loads of bands. I mean, there's quite a lot of bands that, you know, compared to Slipknot that are quite small that we just, you know, quite like to go on tour with. I'm a big like thrash fan, so like would love to do something with like Exodus or like Testament or something like that. And I don't know. You know, there's. That question always gets me, you know? And it's funny, you think I'd be like kind of prepared because like, you know, it's a question you ask yourself quite a lot, but there's just too many bands to pick. But I mean, I would have loved to have toured with Slayer. I mean, maybe if there's going to be like a 2040 reunion or something, will Tom Araya out on stage, then we'd be down.
That'd be cool. You obviously second night of the tour, still feeling quite fresh. Do you have what's your favourite thing about touring? Do you have a favourite thing about, I mean, apart from the actual playing itself? Is there something that you really enjoy about this?
Yeah, one I like always pick out is I really like going to record shops.
Nice.
Like, and I was a bit annoyed today because like my usual pilgrimage when in Glasgow is going to Mono. Go for a little like snoop in the shop there, get some food there, but we just didn't have enough time today. There's a shop just around the corner from here called like Missing Records, I think it is. they got like a really cool CD collection. Before that Gojira show, I was just like in there with Time to Kill, so I was just going through, just like looking to see what like, you know, little gems I could find. So that's kind of like my thing. If I've got time to kill and I've got nothing to do and I just don't want to, you know, doom scroll on the phone, you know, like in the green room or whatever. Then that's my kind of like go-to, you know. Other than that, like we're just a bit. I mean, when it comes to UK touring, we're a bit basic. So like, I just really enjoy the familiarity of just staying in a travel lodge every night. Not necessarily having spoons and Nando's every day, but knowing that it's an option. Because like, obviously, going on tour in different places is great to like sample, you know, different cultures, and, you know, different cuisine and stuff like that. But if it's, you know, particularly if it's like day 10 of tour or something like that, it's those kind of like creature comforts that like mean a lot. So that's always a buzz, like touring the UK. And then of course like seeing people up and down the country. That, I mean, I've been doing this, you know, before ETS, you know, doing music for years and stuff, so you end up making friends up and down the country, so it's always like a gas just seeing mates that you've met over the years.
Flip side of that, what's your least favourite thing about touring?
Least favourite thing?
Interviews.
The inevitable getting eating too many carbs, man.
Oh really?
And I'm a big carb fan as well, so like, but once again, like when it gets to day 10 of tour and stuff, at that point, like all trying to like eat somewhat healthy's gone out the window. You find yourself getting at McDonald's after the show every night, and your body just feels like absolute trash by that point. That and just like not finding something to do. I feel like really happy that like I have church road stuff to do whilst we're away, because that keeps me like busy in the van and a little bit in the venues, because I hate nothing more than the whole hurry up and wait thing where like you just sat around doing nothing. So I have to find something like the record shopping to kind of like kill the boredom, because that can be a killer for sure, you know.
You mentioned Church Road there. We've had like an absolute ball this year covering Church Road Records releases. You guys are killing it with the releases that you're putting out, and they're still like, just I was saying to Duncan last night, I noticed you'd put an announcement up to say you'd signed Iris as well. Checked out their EP, sounds amazing. Like that's another one to keep an eye on. But it seems to be going from strength to strength. Something you really enjoy and are quite passionate about, I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely, I mean, doing Church Road, without being too cheesy, for me it's like a dream job. You know, it's everything I've ever wanted to do outside of doing a band. So I love it, and I love the fact that it's, you know, can be on the flip side of it, and you know, be a cheerleader for other, you know, people's music, and you know, help out where we can, and you know, get hopefully to another platform, you know.
Do you tend to find that you listen to a lot more music because of the label, because you're kind of keeping an eye out or an ear out for new artists and stuff like that?
I guess so, I mean, I wouldn't say it's changed too much before like pre-label days, because I've always been, you know, such as yourself, just like a big fan of music, so always trying to keep my ear to the ground for what's coming out. But I guess so. I mean, we obviously get like a lot of submissions as well. It's definitely like a mixed bag of like stuff that we find, or you know, we've been keeping an eye on, and sometimes to something like amazing come like that Rahl album, for example. That was like, you know, we were approached by Rahl and we heard the record, we were like, this is fucking sick, we'd absolutely love to be involved. So I mean, probably I'd probably listen to more music than I did pre-label, but not an awful lot more. I definitely like to. It's a hard one though, isn't it? Because you're constantly trying to, I mean, you guys must know about this, you're constantly trying to keep on top of what's coming out every week. But then also you're discovering new gems from, you know what I mean, from yesteryear, because you don't want to get into that whole kind of thing of like, that record came out like 2 years ago, so, but like there's so much shit that's so easy to pass you by, and you need to go back and, you know, check out.
It's an incredible feeling though when you actually do unearth one of those gems, and you're just like, we need to tell people about this, and that's the reason that me and Duncan do this, because we love hearing that new stuff and like letting people know about it.
Get the buzz out of it.
Is there anything recently you've heard that you've been kind of quite excited about? Any new artists or bands you've been checking out?
I've been strangely the last couple of weeks, I've been reading the Miles Davis books, so I've been really just listening to a lot of Miles Davis, so now I need to think, what was I listening to before I did that? I'm on the spot now, I'm not thinking of any new bands. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay, so this one didn't come out this year, but I had it playing in the van the other day, and I thought it was a really like slept on album of 2022. And that was the last Regulate album. I don't know if you guys covered that, but I mean, to be honest with you, it's not like it went on deaf ears. I know a lot of people into Regulate, but for that album for me, it just kind of like fully nailed like high energy, like hardcore punk. But then the melodic bits, it just like, it's so hard to kind of get that right, because sometimes the two meeting together, it just doesn't gel well, and it sounds like a band trying to do two different things. Yeah. And I thought that record was fucking incredible. Yeah. And hope to see that band over here at some point, because I thought that record should have been like big, you know what I mean? Other than that, what are my releases of the year? Horrendous, their new record, which I think you guys covered. Impetuous Ritual, their last album, which is, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's just insanely dissonant death metal. But if you're into that kind of thing, then it's fucking banging. And then Carnate being back. These aren't new bands, so I should be saying something new, but I'm just kind of going into my albums of the year. But that last Carnate record,
death metal's having a year though, wasn't it?
Like it is though, right? I mean, like in the space of how many weeks we had like Celestial Sanctuary, Incantation, Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation of Dropping New Shit, Cryptopsy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow,
Dying Fetus and stuff. Yeah, it's just
shit.
One after another. Just 2 years since your last album came out.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's maybe, have you been working on anything new since
we have indeed. We literally come back from this tour, have a month off, and we're getting ready to go and record in December. Okay. So we're going into record again, but we're like way ahead of the curve. So the stuff we're recording, in a month or so's time, is not going to come out until September. Well, no, later than that, like autumn next year into early 2025, which seems really mental to be thinking that far ahead, but that's the plan. So we've got 10 to 11 tracks all good to go.
Nice.
And it was a weird one, because it like took a while after Conquering and after the pandemic. The main shift being going to do Church Road full time, because at the point Conquering was being written, I was still gardening and only working like a couple of days a week. That was like my setup before doing Church Road. And then obviously my job now is like a bit more full on, so I had to work out a new schedule of trying to get into like riff writing mode and getting shit together. But after it was like summer this year, where it just like, when it goes, you know what I mean? And it's time to start writing and get some shit going.
And what would you say about the new material? Is it anything different from Conquering, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's still, it's a progression from Conquering, so there's still a lot of elements that are like, on Conquering as well. But I'd say with any ETS record, like, we always want to try and do something a bit different. I think, just because I thought that's the kind of stuff that's really exciting. I like it when there's at least one or two songs that are on a record and they're a bit divisive at first. They're a bit like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And it's like, obviously we wouldn't want to put something out and everyone hate it, but I definitely say there's a lot of elements on the new record that is in territory we've not gone to before. But anyone who's into Conquering won't find themselves in an alien territory.
The staples are there.
Nice. For sure.
Nice. Awesome. So this tour's running for 10, 11 days?
10 or so days.
Okay. And then after that, have you got anything else planned up until the end of the year, apart from the recording?
Just recording, and then taking a bit of time out to do all the video stuff and things like that. So going underground for a bit.
Nice.
Getting ready.
Nice. That's awesome. Appreciate your time, Sammy. Really. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. And I can't wait to see the show later on. I was blown away back in February, so I was telling Duncan, I was like, we need to go and see them when they come back. Like, they put on an absolutely killer show, so I'm looking forward to it.
Fucking sick, man. Well, I hope to see you and Duncan fucking flying over the barrier later.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't know if my back will...
Mate, you and me both.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thanks very much, man.
No worries, man.
Awesome.
Thank you.